Alright, so here is a Smart Notebook. I hope you took a minute, if you're unfamiliar with Notebook, to take a quick look at the intro from the Getting Started page, or the For Starters page. So this is what your screen is going to look like. Before we jump into the tab though, I'd just like to give you a short tidbit about getting your screen set up to save you time, as well as some movement back and forth. I'm right-handed, so I like all of my tabs and everything to be over here on the right-hand side of the page, because when I have this open on an actual smartboard screen, I need to teach and stand on the side of my dominant hand. That way, if I'm instructing on the board or writing on the board, my back is not to my students. And so these little gray buttons right here, if I click these, will actually move all of my tools over to the right hand side. Also, if you don't have your kids up at the board, you really want them at the board as much as possible. And so when I was teaching 3rd grade and I got my smartboard, the first thing I did was I used these arrows to then move my toolbar to the bottom so that the students could use it. However, while I'm creating, when I'm making my lessons, I like my toolbars up at the top. That's just something that I do when I have my students at the board. So now my screen is set up and is ready for me to begin designing my lesson. This whole mini module is going to focus on the gallery tab, which is the second tab down on our tab bar. And so this is the screen that we get. I have a little radio button here that I can drag this out if I want it bigger. Up here at the top I have the search bar, so if you have a specific topic that you're looking for, or you know about a specific tool that is housed within the gallery, you can search it right here. We also have some folders. The My Content folder is where you can actually store your own images, your own sound files, videos, clip art, charts. I use a lot of charts when I'm designing Latin lessons, so I keep all of those that I go back to over and over and over again in the My Content folder. And we'll talk more about that on the next page. Our next folder is the Gallery Essentials. This is where all of your clip art is housed, that is native to Smart Notebook. The Lesson Activity Toolkit is where all of your game templates and tools are. In case you need some inspiration on how to use the things that are within the Lesson Activity Toolkit, Smart Notebook actually gives you some examples of how you can use those. So those can be found here. You have a link directly to the Smart Exchange, which is where all of the Smart Notebook lessons that teachers have created and decided to share, they're all there, and we'll go over that a little bit later in the module. Smart Notebook supports 3D images, and so you have this whole database of images here that can be imported in. I'm not aware of any Smart Amp users in Pitt County. If I'm off on that and you're a Smart Amp user, I would love to come see how you're using it in the classroom. It's basically a collaborative workspace for your students on their own devices. And then the Notebook Gallery Beta is all of this same stuff, but instead of being in a list, it's in more of a grid with folders. So this is more like if you've switched from list view to folder view in Google Drive. That's kind of basically the same difference here with the Beta Gallery. So you can decide to move to that or to keep your list like that. Down at the bottom here, you can see that each category, when I click on these, is broken up into some subfolders down at the bottom. So I'm going to go to Gallery Essentials. When I click on Gallery Essentials, it tells me that there are 5,236 pictures, just static images, that there are 396 pieces of interactive, kind of like simulation kind of things. Multimedia could be videos, sound files, that kind of thing. Notebook files and pages. These are can be paper backgrounds, whole image backgrounds, anything that's going to fill up your page, and then backgrounds and themes. So no matter what you click on, it tells you how many of each you have available. So if you have an idea of what you're looking for, you can just drop down what you want to see and scroll through everything that's there. So this is the gallery tab. I hope that you're excited about getting in here and diving in and exploring more, and I can't wait to share more with you in the next videos.